Good morning, everybody. It is Friday morning here in Alaska, April 26, 2019. It's the 21st day of the first Hebrew month, and it's the 7th day of unleavened bread. The first day was last Shabbat, and it's when Passover ends, and then there's been 7 days of unleavened bread. So today, normally on Fridays, I'd be preparing for Sabbath, and I'd be making news videos and things like that, but today is actually a high Sabbath. It's a rest day. It's a Shabbat. Hallelujah. And so I wanted to talk about a movie I saw. I haven't actually been to the movie theater in months. In fact, I haven't been to the movie theater since early last year, because once I started exposing a lot of the satanic pedophiles in Hollywood, number one, I lost interest in a lot of these movies. And number two, when I would look at the local movies playing at the movie theater, I couldn't see a lot of them because either I wasn't interested in them, or if they were a movie that I might normally be interested in going seeing, I saw that they were either directed or starring people that are satanic pedophiles. So I haven't even really wanted to do anything like that. But a couple of nights ago, after the prayer meeting, I did go to the movie theater, and I went to go see the movie Unplanned. Now, I don't want to give away the all the plot points and everything for those who may be interested in going to see it and you haven't seen it yet. But I went to go see it, and I am so glad that I did. It was a incredibly powerful movie. There is one scene right toward the beginning of the movie. It's very graphic, actually, but it literally shows a scene where they're performing an abortion on this young woman, and the main character looks up at the monitor, at the screen, and sees this tiny little baby, and it's literally squirming and fighting for its life as the doctor is inserting this tool into the womb. And it is, I have to say, it is the most horrific, haunting, horrifying, heartbreaking thing I've ever seen in my entire life. It just it shatters your heart. In fact, it like, I mean, I don't normally cry at a movie, but it literally just brought tears to my eyes. And this is right at the very beginning of the movie, before you're even really invested in any of the characters. So this movie Unplanned, it is extremely powerful. And after I finished seeing the movie, I thought, man, I think Yah's using this movie to change people's hearts and minds, to change the culture. It has to. There's no way you can go and watch that movie and come out still being pro-choice, still thinking that it's okay to abort a baby. There's just, unless your heart's just completely black and stone and there's just no hope for you. But I really think that Yah's probably using this movie to change the hearts and minds of people all across this nation. And just like we've seen with so many of these horrible infanticide laws being pushed in various states, and that's kind of caused this reaction where we're seeing a chain reaction, really a domino effect of state after state promoting these very pro-life heartbeat bills that I've reported quite a bit on. I think in the same way, Yahweh is using this movie Unplanned to change people's hearts and minds and bring an end to this horrible abortion industry, murder industry. It really is what it is. So I wanted to just take a time to make a little video about this. Like I said, today's a Sabbath for me. It's the high Sabbath. It's the 7th day of unleavened bread, the last day of unleavened bread. And so I'm taking it easy. I'm resting. I'm relaxing. And also, you might consider again, if you've been doing just the typical Easter thing. Remember, Easter, which is named after Ishtar, a pagan goddess, that's just one day. It's not a Sabbath. You usually have to get up really early for the sunrise service, and then you're busy either going to do things or whatever, and you feel exhausted at the end of the day. When you do things Yahweh's way, when you actually do the celebrations that Jesus not only celebrated in his life, but then fulfilled, which is Passover, the 7 days of unleavened bread, the Feast of First Fruits, which is when he resurrected. He was the first fruit from among the dead. It's so much more restful and rejuvenating, and it brings you so much closer to Messiah. I mean, just within this Passover week, we have the first day of unleavened bread, which this week actually fell on the weekly Shabbat, and now we have another Sabbath, the seventh day of unleavened bread here on Friday. So we got this Sabbath on Friday, and then we got another Sabbath tomorrow because it's the weekly Shabbat. So we get this double Sabbath right in a row. His ways are always more rejuvenating, always more edifying, and they always bring you closer to him. Satan's ways they usually leave you stressed and exhausted. All right, Yah bless you guys. Shabbat shalom. Happy 7th day of unleavened bread. Shalom, shalom.